There are people that are unhappy about what I said about Xbox. More drama? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Let me just quickly
right there is the problem. Sorry.
Let me just quickly respond to Mark in the chat.
Make sure I
PC
get this.
gamers have got a weirdly skewed version and seem to think, and Asmongold was the same.
No, here we go.
To think that if there is no exclusive, that's great because like everyone gets to play more games, and that's where their thought process ends. That's a stupid thought process.
Okay.
Like Asmongold's about.
No.
Asmongold's got his
thought process, and I'm going to say that as a PC gamer, I do not own an Xbox. In fact, I do not own any consoles anymore. When I got the PC,
I wonder why. Look at his profile picture.
6 or 8 months ago, the consoles were sold and the funds were put towards a PC. And I do not hold the view that I want no exclusives because I'm going to get them all on PC. That's selfish. That's not looking at the bigger picture.
It is selfish, of course. That's what I want. Like, I don't care if some idiot wants to buy a Nintendo and not be able to play certain games. Like, that's not my problem. Fuck.
You've got to look at it from a competition standpoint. What do you think? Okay, we all know, and it's fairly well agreed, that Sony, PlayStation, and Nintendo, they're not very kind to their fans. They don't give a flying fuck about what you think. Pardon the French. And they will gouge you. They will double dip on you, triple dip on you. And
so the argument that they're doing that, I mean, I don't know. Like, if you're saying they're already doing it and Xbox is in the market now, it sure seems like Xbox isn't doing a good job counterbalancing it.
They're just not very consumer friendly.
Yeah, I don't
right?
know.
If Xbox heads down the path that we're all sort of assuming and what's rumored to be, and the Xbox console becomes more or less irrelevant, and it becomes even
more irrelevant,
less popular than what it already is, and it leaves the hardware market, what do you think PlayStation and Nintendo are going to do with their systems? They're going to jack the prices up. Their games are going to go up. Xbox.
That's going to happen no matter what. Like every different time that a new set of consoles comes out, it's more expensive than the last console because of inflation. That's just the way it is. Like that has nothing to do with Xbox. Like, are they going to make the consoles that much more expensive? I don't know. Probably not.
Is keeping those two relatively honest, right?
Yeah. Well, so Xbox is keeping them honest. But I thought we just got done talking about that they're dishonest. I don't think so. I don't think that they are at all. Like, he's right that competition is important, but that's clearly not what's happening here.
Xbox console goes away, we're going to get dragged over the coals.
That was my point.
You can't be selfish as a PC player. You can't.
That was my point, and that's
absolutely can be. I don't give a fuck about this console shit. Who fucking cares? I don't give a fuck. Like, what do you mean? And also, like, you can't be selfish about this PC stuff. Couldn't this guy make this exact same argument for why, like, for example, you can only play Halo on an Xbox? So even Microsoft disagrees with him. Like, this isn't even, like, this is literally, this is their plan. Their plan is they want PC people to be selfish.
Sort of what Consoles I was getting at when I had what people, you're right, what people were saying, first of all, let me dispel that rumor. I wasn't crying in my fucking car. That's just how I look in the morning when I wake up. But he was sort of leading his people down a path that, like, exclusives,
people
shouldn't be a thing and they should be everywhere. 100% agree.
I'm great. This is great to hear that they see my perspective. Wow.
It's bad for consumers, but they are, like we've said this heaps of times, there's only one way they're good for consumers. They consume less resources of the developers making them. That's the single
true. That's true. If you're developing a game for one console, it will probably take less time. No, that's true.
Way that they're good for consumers because it means you get more games quickly or you get a better quality game. So
okay, so exclusives are bad for consumers. So, okay, yeah, exactly.
And that. But moving that aside, in every other way, they are bad for consumers. And I believe, yes, gaming should be everywhere.
Wait, so besides them being bad for consumers, wait a second. So what's the logic here? So besides them being bad for consumers in every way, if you disregard that, they're also good for consumers in every way. Wait a second, what?
Developers making them. That's the single way that they're good for consumers because it means you get more games quickly or you get a better quality game. So I can understand that. But moving that aside, in every other way, they are bad for consumers. And I believe, yes, gaming should be everywhere. But it's a necessary evil. And what Asmongold just did not take into account is that if there's no exclusives on Xbox and all of the games from Xbox are on PlayStation, there is no reason to own an Xbox. You follow that thought to its logical conclusion, and eventually what happens is Xbox dies. Maybe not this generation, maybe not next generation.
I already think that because I have a computer.
Third-party support would stop for the Xbox because player numbers would dwindle. And then you wouldn't, not only would you not...
No. So, like, what are we talking about third-party support? You mean like the customer service? What are we talking about third-party support? Because like the developers provide that. Third-party games, okay. Third-party controllers? Oh, won't somebody think of Mad Cats? Oh, God.
Not have... exclusives to, so you can use them in list wars or whatever. But you would also end up with third-party games being developed on other platforms and not coming to Xbox. That already happens. We already see that. We've already seen that through the Xbox One generation and a little bit in this generation. So
who cares?
When you say Asmongold clown me, no, Asmongold's just a fucking moron who sits in a pile of filth, like in my opinion, and is completely out of touch, and he should stick to his MMOs. That's just my opinion. I know that other people disagree with that, and that's fine.
He can get mad all he wants. You get mad all you want about this. You can insult me or whatever. This isn't gonna make me mad. It's not gonna upset me. I'm a 33-year-old man. You really think I'm going to give a shit about, like, if somebody says something like this? Who cares? But I do have to say that the way he said it, it did make it sound like he was getting it off his chest. It feels like he's had that pen up for a couple of days, and he's feeling really good he got that out there. He thought that up ahead of time, what he was going to say. He sounds so pissed. He does. And listen, like, if he wants to get mad at that, that's totally fine. But you can't go and say that my argument is wrong after saying that exclusives have no benefit for customers other than some sense of benefit based on a hypothetical that has been proven to not be true. Sony is already fucking the people. Nintendo is already fucking the people. Games are already not being made for Xbox. Why does Xbox need to exist? To keep Sony in check. But the foundation of the argument is that Sony is bad. So if Sony is bad, taking advantage of people, then Xbox isn't keeping them in check in the first place. I agree that competition is good, but clearly Sony doesn't view Xbox as competition. And fuck, why would they whenever they're outselling them 3-1?
Well, it's not an opinion. He absolutely sits in filth. No, he sits in filth. There's not even an opinion. That's just facts right there. But
yeah, I don't know why anyone would. I don't know why anyone would listen to that dude. To be honest, like, anyway, but that's enough of
You get mad all you want. Get mad all you want. I'm still right. That's it. If you want to go and have your support group podcast about how dirty my room is, then you can do that. But the truth is that I can clean up my room and you'll still be a moron. That's the difference. People don't understand that. It'll take me like probably 3 or 4 hours to clean up my room, and I'll still be right. This is not... I could pay somebody to do it. I wouldn't even have to do anything.
I like
completely dumb.
Oh,
What's
hey,
up,
Tom Warren.
I like Asmon. Do I think his opinion was wrong? Yes, but
yeah. So coming back to what we're talking about with do I think that Starfield was ever coming? No, I think that these are conversations that are being had. I really think that that's what's going on. I think that they're having these conversations. I think that they might have got to a point after this acquisition where they put everything on the table and started talking about direction and vision.
Yeah, and it's like none of these guys even bring up the fact that, like, you really think it's some big coincidence that Xbox is talking about doing this after the FTC just narrowly approved an acquisition of another massive company? I think that Xbox is making these games third party also to remove the accusations of them being a monopoly so they can further expand their brand in the future. That's the smart thing for them to do because they've already won the hardware war. Do you know how they've won it? Well, number one, consoles are loss leaders to begin with, so they're not making any money with the consoles. And number two, every time that you have a PC, you're probably buying Windows. They're still getting you. And also, I guarantee you, a code of Windows, even if you're paying it for $15, or free, a lot of people buy the cards at Best Buy. People do. And that is guaranteed more money that they're making for a profit percentage than whenever they sell a hardware box with an Xbox. Like, that's just a fact. Like, what is this? Microsoft runs your PC? Yeah, they run your entire PC. Buying Windows? Sure. There's tons of normies that buy Windows. What do you mean? You really think you're an elite hacker because you downloaded Windows illegally? Come on. There's tons of people that have a legitimate, like, thing for Windows. And also people that buy it from, like, a, what do you call it? They buy it from, like, another studio, or like they buy it as a student. They buy it through their studio, something like that. I mean, come on. They buy it through their corporation. Yeah, I mean, come on. What is this? And so these guys can get mad at me about this all they want, but the truth is that it's not my fault that Xbox made a bunch of games that are their flagship games. Did I say flagship? I probably should have. You've got Redfall. You've got Halo Infinite. You've got Starfield. Fable looks like a fucking joke. There's probably one more. I'm missing one. What's Forza Motorsport? I don't know. I don't really play that one. Yeah, that's basically it. And so every single game that you bring out that's supposed to be a next-gen game, Gears of Dead, yeah, exactly. And Forza's great. Well, good for them. Forza's the exception. Yeah, I really don't know enough about it. So, yeah, I can just take that L. That's fine. All of these other games are garbage. And the truth is that PlayStation is completely outperforming them. Like, Final Fantasy 16 is way better. The Last of Us probably Part 2 is probably still better than Redfall. Demon Souls was probably better than a lot of the launch titles on Xbox. I mean, come on. It's God of War. Yeah, it's not even on the same level. Like, Sony has already won. And it's not even close. Spider-Man 2, yeah. What the fuck? Like, it's not even a question. I think that the Xbox players, they should buy more Xboxes because it seems to me like they're probably pretty soon, it's going to be a limited edition item. They're going to go out of manufacturing. It's very clear that Xbox has lost the console war and they should move towards a publishing role instead. Come on. But no, and again, we're on a game library. If there's anybody talking about this, no, that's pretty much about it. You guys know that Asmongold hates Xbox, right? When Starfield released, he made like 50 videos bashing the game for weeks. He's also a, quote, man that barely looks over his own house. Oh, yeah, and if you want to get mad about me saying that stuff and all of that, you can do that. And here's the truth, is that if people talk about me like this, it doesn't bother me. Whenever I walk down the street and a dog barks at me, I don't think to myself, what did I do wrong? Because it's a stupid dog. You can't blame it for barking at you. It's just a fucking dog. And people like this, I generally view the same. I don't take it personally. I don't take offense to this. This is just the way it is. Dude, what are you guys doing? It's 3 a.m. Go to bed. Watermelon chicken? This is just probably some racist name. Who the fuck names himself Watermelon Chicken? Come on. Let's see. While I'm reading this guy's logs, this is so funny. So I'll read a few of them here. Cry more Xbox. You fucking retards. What are you guys doing? What's wrong with you guys? Oh my god. Oh god. Here's the best part about it. This guy is just going ape shit, right? I remember timing. I think I timed this guy out myself, didn't I? No, it was another annoying spammer. So here's what's so funny about it is like everything he does is like all fucking just like talking shit and, you know, like just being fucking annoying, everything like that. And then there's this one message I read. You watch Log Horizon? Awesome, man. One of my favorite animes. Then he goes right back to it. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. So fucking stupid. Great argument, guys. This is the guy who's arguing. So fucking stupid. It's just so stupid. So stupid. How could this happen? Oh, God. All right. I'll watch this real quick, okay?